Hey, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you at. Thank you for tuning in to Untouchable Conservative. And we're going to talk about Audemars is dropping new budget-friendly watches and how people feel about them. And I've been going through social media and checking out, and it's a lot of mixed reactions on it, you know what I'm saying, in the black community, because we the only ones really concerned about this high-end watch that they're making affordable, you know. Because, Audemars, I'm a watch collector. I'm a real big watch collector. I probably got about 20 watches from all different spectrums, from Rolex to Fossil to Shinola to a Tag to Cartier. I got a lot of watches, man. I got some watches that's off-brand that I love. Today I'm wearing a Rolex Datejust Everose, and then I wear my smartwatch. So I love watches, my watches and my glasses. So I think I'm very qualified to speak on this as the average consumer. So we're going to get into, first, the people that hate it. People that hate it are typically the people that already have these things, already have an Audemars watch, and typically when I see them, at like the little resale jewelry places that I shop at, they tend to be around, I would say, between 20, 50, and 100,000. But the main reason that I'm hearing people are upset about it is because watches are kind of like cars, in my opinion. And I'm saying kind of because when you buy a watch, a luxury watch, or any luxury item, but we're going to use watches. So I bought a new Cartier Santos. And this is why I only buy used watches now. I bought a new Cartier Santos from the Cartier store. Okay? If y'all in Detroit or Michigan, you know about Somerset. They got the Cartier place. So I bought the Cartier watch. I bought my Cartier watch. It's a Santos. You can look it up if you don't know what it is. It's a real popular watch in the black community. A lot of people running around with fakes, but I think I bought it for like almost brand new, almost $10,000. Okay. All right. When I looked it up for the resale value on it was like roughly between $7,000 and $6,000. So as soon as you buy the watch, you lose money. You lose money, bro. unless it's like you never wear it, it's in mint condition, you can sell it for top dollar. You know what I'm saying? But even if it's in damn near perfect condition, a lot of times, watch collectors, when you resell stuff, you lose money. Especially on like them super high expensive watches like Rolex, Audemars, I guess you could say Cartier, but not really. It's another high-end watch that I can't remember. Most people don't have a Richard Mille or can't afford a Richard Mille. So, but I guess you could throw that in there. I think it's Richard Mille, Richard Mille, whatever. I don't know. I think they ugly, but it's nothing but a status symbol to me, to a lot of people. But yeah, man, when you buy these watches, man, it's a flip game. It's some people that just flip watches for a living. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of, they all online. The guy that I bought my Rolex from, that's all he really do is flip watches. He buys them from people and then he just flip them. So so a lot of people get mad when they make things affordable, because a lot of watches, especially Audemars, they're extremely hard to get. Extremely hard to get, especially when it's a certain one you want. So a lot of like high-end people are like, man, that's BS, because to get these watches, sometimes you got to be on a list. It's a waiting list. It's a bunch of stuff, man. I remember I was trying to buy a Rolex, man, and I didn't end up getting it because a lot of reasons. The main reason is most places you can't really just walk in and buy a Rolex, to my knowledge. It's kind of like a Ferrari. Like, they'll tell, like, if you buy one, they'll tell you, like, you can get on this, we'll let you buy what's available. It's real intricate. A lot of people will never get into that world, but with a Rolex, you could go on the website, but a lot of time Rolexes are kind of hard to find. Like, you can't just walk into a place and just find a Rolex you want. So these people who collect watches like me know these type of things. So it makes some of us mad. It don't make me mad, because I don't care. But it makes some people mad that they go their whole life trying to find a dream watch, and now they just make it for like $500 when it's like the original watch is like $250,000 or something like that. Now let's talk about the good. Okay, the good is, I think it's dope, man, that people could buy it. I think it's dope. Some people will never make enough money to buy a Rolex. Some people will never make enough money to buy a Santos. You know. So that's why so many people are mad, because it feels like it's like limited access to these items. You know, but I think it's dope that everybody could buy one. You know, I don't believe in socialism, but I think everybody should be able to have a nice watch. You know, I don't think that's like crazy. Like everybody, I think every man should have a nice watch. You know, especially every black man. You know, and I don't really count smartwatches as a watch, because I wear a smartwatch because it's my phone. You know, a man, a real man, a grown man. So I say a grown man is anybody above 30 should have a real man's watch. You know, and your watch say a lot about you. You know, the black community put a lot of emphasis on gym shoes and purses, but a real flex is a really nice watch. You know what I'm saying? A real flex is having a really nice watch that can move the room without saying nothing. You know, the number one thing I look at when I see strong men in the room, I look at 3 things they always have in common. They always have decent haircuts, or if they bald head, they got a clean shave. When I was in corporate America, these are 3 things that I always noticed. Haircut, grooming habits. Okay. Number 2, what kind of glasses they got on. If they wear glasses, if they don't wear glasses, what kind of shoes they have on. And then number 3, well, I'm saying it like number 3 is the biggest thing that stand out is what kind of watch they wear. I met the CEO of my government job. I met the CEO of the company I work for on my government job. And at the time I was a manager. I'm not a manager no more because I gotta run my company. But we sparked an entire conversation over what kind of watch I was wearing. And it wasn't like no super expensive watch. It was, I can't remember what watch it was, but it was just a really nice, clean rose gold watch. You know? And he noticed my belt. So, you know, these are things that really stand out as a man, you know? So, I think it's dope, man. I think it's dope. And really, $500 for a watch is still a lot of money, man. $500 for a watch is still a lot of money. At least to me. I'm not rich like y'all, but to me, $300 to $500 for a watch, that's still a good amount of money for a watch. You know what I'm saying? To the average person right now, because like the average person really don't even have no money. So, you know, but I like it. I like the idea of Audemars doing this. And honestly, they gonna make more money doing this than they will on their bigger lineups. But now I think that people ain't gonna really want a $250 Audemars. because you can get the same pattern for like $50. I mean, for like $500. So why would I go buy? Excuse me, why would I go buy a $250 watch that I could get the same pattern for $500? But also, the fake industry of Audemars, like with Rolexes and all these other watches, some of these fake watches look so good now. People don't mind buying fake stuff now. It used to be back in the day, people didn't want to wear fake stuff because it looked terrible, but I seen some of these super clone watches, man. They look pretty damn good. So, you know, that's my take on it. Love you guys with the strength of Christ. Like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Y'all stay prayed up and make sure you wear